Hey y'all, episode 4. I got a couple things I want to do today. First, let me get this box. First on the agenda, showcasing the best setups for each stage of progression in this game. That way it can be pretty easy for you to get started. We're going to start from Life 1, around $200 million. Hold on, I'm slow as fuck. Yoink. Let's go. I didn't post yesterday because my computer was having some technical difficulties, but it should be good today. So, for Life 1, around $100 to $500 million. This is the setup that you should be using to get you to billions of dollars. Everything here probably cost around 201,000, 206, 7,000, 270,000, 75. This is like 87 million. You need 30 of these, so it's gonna be like 100 million for all of this. Add this, it's gonna be like 495. You don't need this, but it's good to have. Anything that you can't afford in this setup, just get it once you start getting more money. This is going from cheapest to most expensive stuff. All of this stuff is millions of dollars. You're also gonna need conveyor ramps, military grade conveyors, basic conveyors, a spectral upgrader, 100K, that's not too bad. Industrial ore welder. You're gonna need to feed coal into this, I'll show you in a second, but that's how you power this. Ore roaster. Your ore has to be on fire to get the effects from this, $5 million. Plutonium mine. This is a big one, 235 million. Like I said, if you can't afford this, you can always just downgrade. You don't want to go below this though. Everything else below this won't give you too much money. These are very optional items. Professional upgrader upgrades your ore by like 30%. I think it's 4 times. So you can use 4 of these if you have it. Nubite mine. This would really propel you if you got this, but it's kind of hard to get, especially early. You got the rainbow upgrader. Only upgrades like cheap ores though, so you want to put it at the start of the setup. Pyrus loot collector. This can help you get to millions. Old Faithful, radium mine. This can help you speed up your setups as well. Also portable flamethrower. You have to get this if you want to use stuff like the ore roaster, because you're gonna have to have your ores on fire, and this is basically one of the only ways to do it so early on. But it's only 10 UC, so you can just run around and go open the box and you'll be able to afford it. Alrighty then. I'm gonna put this setup together, show you what it looks like, and I'm gonna show you how much money it's making. Oh, one more thing you're gonna need, a furnace. I would say just use a raised furnace, $900 million. If you don't have money for the raised furnace, use a quantum processor. That gives you more money. So either one of these is fine. Basic mine. Add that. Add 3 of these. You're gonna need to feed coal into this, like I said again. If you want if you want coal mines, they're just in the shop here. I would say buy maybe 5 or 6 of them, and then just use some conveyors and feed them into this so it can always stay on. Alright. Let's place down 30 of these. I think that upgrades. I don't know. Okay. Next, you're going to use this. And then you're going to use 3 of these. Oh. Huh. I guess it doesn't work. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. It's going to upgrade now. Raise it up. Then I'm going to use this. Then I'm going to use this. And then we're going to use our furnace. Also have to make sure we use a raised conveyor, because conveyor ramp. And look at that. 88 million to 304 million. And that's pretty good. But once you get to billions, this should get you, you should go to like, let me see. Once you get to about 50 billion, 30 to 50 billion, you're gonna go to your next setup, which is basically just adding a loop to this. Once you buy, what is it called? Once you buy these, you wanna buy 4 of these. And this is gonna get your ore to about, I think a few hundred million. And once you got enough ores through here, you'll move it. You see how they're flashing? They're fully upgraded now. So we're gonna move this. Some of the upgrades they're not gonna get because the ore is worth so much money. Just going through that setup one time, and that was like in 1 minute setup, you get hundreds of billions. Ease. And then once you get to trillions, the last setup got your ore to millions. This is gonna get it to trillions. You're probably gonna start to need RP for a lot of this stuff down here, which is again research points. To get that, you gotta unlock boxes or use research point centers. But yeah, we got enough ores here, so I'm gonna just remove this. And it's already blinking. Another thing you can use, reversible conveyor. That way you don't gotta keep losing ores by switching these around and stuff. A lot of these upgraders you could just take out of the setup to make it faster, because your ores won't get upgraded by it from being worth so much money now. Ooh. So once you get to quadrillions, you just go back to my first life setup from like 2 or 3 videos ago, and then just go from there. But yeah, you can do this setup in like 15 minutes max. And next I'm going to show you the best reborn items to get and the worst reborn items to get all the way to life 100, because once you get to life 100 you should have a basic understanding of how to play the game. First reborn item, quantum ore cleaner. This is 4 times. Always add that to your setup. Massive diamond mine. Unless you get a nature's grip, this thing is useless. Two quadrillion. If you were to use a basic furnace to find out its real value, I actually already covered this in a different episode, but this is how much it's really worth. Yeah. Frozen Justice. Already explained what this does in another episode, but this is good unless you get a Sage Redeemer, in which this is better. This is 4 or 6 times, because this is a Christmas reborn item. I think this one looks kind of cooler though. Mineral Will. Add it to your setup. That's all I'm gonna say. There were items, if you got that item, you were kind of fucked, because some of the items early game used to be horrible, like this one for example, which could set your ores to 0, or this one which upgraded your ores never. Vortex Chamber. I wouldn't recommend using this unless you get a Newtonian mine. That's the only reason you would use this, because you can do this with it. That's the only reason you would use this thing. Unless this is like the first item you get from rebirthing one time, then you would use it. Banana split upgrader. Just use it. Pizza Blaster. Just use it. Clockwork. I think it's maybe 2 to 4 times. Good. Tesla Resetter. This is the best item you can get. It resets every ore tag on your ore. You can upgrade your ores twice. Flaming Schrodinger. Really good. Get enough of these, you won't even need to use shop items to rebirth anymore. Lightning Bolt Refiner. You can use it if you want, your discretion. I wouldn't use it because Fire Crystal Mine. Pretty good. I would use it. Definitely gonna get you some monies, no matter how much money you got. Whatever. Dreamer's Might. Good Furnace. I think it's 45 times. Dreamer's Fright. Good Furnace. I think it's also 45 times. Subtract your ore by 1 trillion though. Wild Spore. You want to use this. Ore Illuminator. You want to use this. Righteous Will. Very good booster for you. A Scorching Heat. Your ores have to be on fire for them to go through this, or it will destroy your ore. Big Bertha, same thing with the Newtonian mine. Yunium mine, also a good mine. Yeah, that's why it's amazing. Let's say you get this on life 1, and you get this on life 2. You're pretty much set. You should only use these in certain circumstances. You shouldn't always use these, like just slapping them on conveyors and shit. The Fracture. I wish they would just delete this from the game. It's dog shit. Venom Shank. I mean, this thing is useless. I don't know. It gives you a sword, and the sword doesn't even help you run faster. Oh, Ice Crusher. 6 times. The Gift Trolling. This gives you a Walrus. I'm not sure why it's a Walrus. Candy Cane Blaster. Same thing as the Big Bad Blaster. Santa's Clockwork. Same thing as the Clockwork. And yeah, I think that's it. So, to rank these from most useful to least useful, useful, kinda useful, dog shit.